Galen Village. Tranquil. Quiet. A nice place to live. But something has gone wrong.
Look at the bruises on the kid's neck. One hell of a large hand. His spine was crushed like a piece of balsa wood.
When the sun goes down, something stalks the streets of Galen Village.
Joe wants to call the Attorney General. Have him send in some help. What do you think I should do?
Take whatever help you can get.
30 years ago in Galen, the same types of murders occurred.
I think my past has something to do with these murders.
No, Jim, listen.
Something silent. Something lethal. Something or someone is killing the people of Galen.
I think I'm going crazy.
Every time he has this dream, somebody dies.
You're talking about actual materialization. What kind of a quack are you? The boy's in the clear.
He's not in the clear. Every time this kid has a dream, somebody in this town dies.
It is real. It is alive. It is among us. The incubus.
Before your funeral, and your coffin lid is closed. Before you are buried, and your flesh turns cold. Before you are covered with the last shovelful of dirt, be sure you are really dead. Mortuary.
You guys ever play with girls or just yourselves?
I bet a lot of people around here like to know you're into little girls.
Looked like the work of some kind of psychotic.
That's Melissa. She was the last person to see Johnny alive.
Hurry up! I'm not swimming alone. God damn it! Open the door!
Hey, I'll leave when I'm ready, old man. You better call Billy and tell him about his brother.
I suppose this is about last night.
You know about last night?
Don't you want to hear the details about how that poor old man was twitching from his ceiling because you decided you wanted a little attention?
I never seen anything like it.
Oh, my God. You know, drop pills, you drink or smoke dope or anything?
Well, I do a little of everything.
Everything, ooh. Maybe we should get together sometime.
Something evil is here. Sweet 16. Rated R, 17, not admitted without parent.
A certain kind of girl joins Pi Theta sorority. A girl who likes to party and likes to get close to her friends. A girl whose extracurricular activities were more daring than most. A girl who could turn her fantasies into reality.
One more sling won't set us back any.
Then again, Pi Theta was different from other sororities.
I'll get back at you the last thing I do!
Because in this sorority, nothing is off limits, as long as it's fun for the girls. So when it came time to say goodbye, they decided to make real sure that no one would ever forget the girls in the house on Sorority Row.
And that is good evening, everybody, and that is The House on Sorority Row. I highly suggest everybody watch that awesome slasher. I totally agree with that. Those beautiful, sexy ladies and those handsome dudes and stuff like that too. It's an unheard of slasher in my opinion. It needs more love, definitely. I'm Chrissy the Slasher Dude. Slasher Champ is here. How's it going, everybody? Hoping everyone's having a great evening. Thanks for everybody who's deciding to show up tonight. I highly appreciate it. Just thought I'd do this. Not a lot that I've watched in May, so this won't take too long. I'd like to go for a good hour or so and check out the Barnes & Noble sale with the Kino Lorber releases, and we'll be all set to go. And, of course, got Brad. What's up, my friend? Thanks for showing up. I appreciate that. Oh, my goodness. What's up, Darren, my slasher brother? Always cool to see you. Expect our slasher stream maybe next week. I need to talk to him about that. And then something geeky in the collection sometime next week as well. They spread out my days off. Slasher is working hard, man. Working hecka hard. So very good and stuff like that, too. So all good. So it's all ready to go. Slasher Champ is here. Just saw I show off this nice, pretty slasher belt and stuff like that. This represents all of you there in the chat. So just thought I'm a Attitude Era guy. Stuff like that. So not too bad on Amazon and stuff like that. Decided to pick this guy up. Nice and shiny and stuff like that. So he can't beat WWF and not WWE. That's for sure. So, okay. Just reach this out. Then we're going to Letterboxd what I watch. And I have some of the physical releases. And we'll get this going. Hoping everyone's having a great evening and stuff like that too. Texas Hardcore is in the house. How's it going there, Tex? Sorry I wasn't able to watch your live watch along and stuff like that too. Definitely check it out. Check out Texas streams. He does great stuff. Very, 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 very cool. So, all right, we'll get started here in a second here. I'll just bring up my diary, or try to here. Let me get back here. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Share that bad boy. Here we go. Okay, so let's start out with Rope. Alfred Hitchcock. It's very, very good. Man, I'm watching Dirk and Darren's Hour to Kill, talking about his films. Another one is Frenzy. I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, Rope, 1948, directed by the very great Alfred Hitchcock. My goodness, I never really dived into a lot of Alfred Hitchcock other than Psycho, of course. And then after doing the slasher stream with Darren on those films, I'm thinking I need to get into more of his stuff. Of course, Psycho, The Birds. It's been years and years since I've seen that. But Rope, Jimmy Stewart, or James Stewart. Great thriller. Like I said with my review, a great cat and mouse. This is great. 1948. All takes place in one location in this loft or apartment, you can say. During a party, they kill a man. These two men kill a man, and they brag about it, and they're trying to make people figure it out. It's a very good story. Different cast of characters. I like it a lot. Definitely recommend Rope. If you all haven't seen this, check this out. I know it's on Tubi. Check other streaming platforms. Check Amazon Prime. It might be on there. Highly, highly recommend Rope. Like I say, these films are ahead of their time. I know it's 1948. That may seem a little bit dated to some people, but Rope, I mean, James Stewart, what a great actor. I mean, you can't beat him at all. It's just a great stuff. But yeah, I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. It's a great film from the master Alfred Hitchcock. What's this? Next up, Frenzy. Wow. My goodness. This is his close. This is one of his last films he ever did. This is very close to a giallo. Very close. Stars John Fitch, Barry Foster, Barbara Leigh Hunt. There's a killer going. Yeah. After a serial killer strangles several women with a necktie, London police identify a suspect, but he claims mentally to be the wrong man. That's really what it is. A wrong person gets accused. The actor that plays the killer very well. It's very disturbing. 1972, this was a different time. This is when, Italy started producing its thrillers, its giallo, its poliziotteschi. I'm going to get to some of those films in a second. And I like this more than Rope. This is almost a 10 out of 10, but it's a good, I did it like 4.5 stars out of 5. It's a solid 9 out of 10. I really like this film. It's highly rewatchable. It's very disturbing for its time. Highly suggest everybody watch this film. It's very good. Love the twist at the end. But this is his closest giallo film I've ever seen from him. It's extremely close. And I know it's Darren's neck of the woods. I think there's like a place that's like no longer there and stuff like that too. You may want to mention that, Darren, in the chat if you're still here. But yeah, that's Frenzy. Yeah, and like I said before, Maniac and stuff like that, there's this and what have you. So next up, The Jester. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. It's okay. It's kind of like a what is it? Art to Clown film kind of knockoff and stuff like that too. Terrifier knockoff a little bit. I did not like the ending. The ending brought it down to me. I don't like happy endings. This has a message which I don't mind. I do like the character of the Jester. If they do other films with him, highly recommend the Jester. Just it's a quick watch. Would I watch it again? Maybe. But yeah, malevolent being known as Jester terrorizes the inhabitants of a small town on Halloween night, including 2 estranged sisters who must come together to find a way to defeat this evil entity. I like the start of it, and just the ending. I there's not a big body count in here. That's disappointing. Like I said, I don't like happy endings in slasher films like this. So Terrifier 2 is probably better than this, even though it's longer. But The Jester, it's a fun one to check out. This is on Shudder, and it looks like it was on Shudder. It probably still is. It shows the other platforms you can watch it on. But like I said, it's okay. I'm a slasher dude, so I collect slashers, of course. But it's okay. If you like that, you kind of like it for the most part. Stop sharing for a second there. I think so. Yeah. Seen the Malevolence films. Second one is a prequel. I have not. I've heard about it there, Russell. I'll have to check those out. There's a lot of stuff I have to watch. You don't see the stacks I kind of have here. I do have a Calm the Hell Down, probably Friday, a big one. Some stuff came in, a big one. So a lot of titles there. Unless anybody else wants to have me on their stream, let me know. But yeah, big Calm the Hell Down coming up. So should be a fun one with that. But yeah, I'll definitely have to check those ones out. Yeah, Covent Garden Market in London. Yeah, that's where the killer or whoever, they introduced who the killer is pretty quickly in this, which is extremely disturbing. I love the scenes in there. I would recommend it, man. It's a good popcorn watch to me. I like it. It's independent. It's done quite well. Like I said, I just wasn't impressed with the ending. I'm 45 years old, so it may more apply to you. You may like it a little bit more than me, but I do like the kills and stuff like that in there. It's a fun one to watch. Yeah, pretty much. Very good gore. There's a good scene in the graveyard with these bad acting grave diggers, basically. Very close. Oh, okay. Very cool. Very cool. It's about to watch your Infested. I've heard about Infested too. I definitely need to check this out. Slasher Dude will be right back. Give me a quick second. Okay, I'm back, everybody. And I picked a good time here, everybody. Hey, Jamie, what's going on? Thanks for joining. Happy birthday. Hope you had a good birthday and stuff like that, too. So thank you very much for joining. Great person Jamie Hart is. Check out her stuff. She does great stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So you hate spiders, and asbestos for you. Being Aussie, those spiders are what we you have some big ones out there. You don't mess around. Very cool. So yeah, so we'll get it going a little bit more of what I watched here. Let's see. Go back to this. So back to that. So I'll get back to what I watched. Okay, perfect. Okay. So I'll stop airing here. Just had to catch up there and stuff like that too. So like I say, not too much I watched last month, but this double set here, Tales from the Crypt. This is based off this is the one's directly based off the EC Comics line of comics that they did back in the 50s. So Tales from the Crypt, very good anthology. These people wind up in this crypt of a place. The Crypt Keeper character introduces himself of what's going on, and then there's a few stories. One of them has Peter Cushing in it. It's very good. I like it a lot. It's extremely good. This is a great double set. I know Dirk didn't like The Vault of Horror that much, but I still need to watch that. That's another film based off the line of EC Comics. So this was Hammer was basically gone, I think, by this time. But it's the same kind of people that were involved in the Hammer films, kind of like the last vestiges of Hammer. But Tales from the Crypt, I highly recommend. The one with Peter Cushing is so good. God bless him. What a great actor. Highly recommend this one a lot. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars and a heart. Highly recommend this anthology. If you kind of like the aesthetic of the 70s, I highly recommend this. All these films are very good. But yeah, this has the Christmas horror episode that was used in Tales from the Crypt years later. A lot of people like that one from Tales from the Crypt a little bit better from the TV show and stuff like that too. It's so good. I mean, it's so dang good. So highly recommend it. That's Tales from the Crypt. And then next up, what I watched. Yep, perfect. I'm right on track here. I know a film that UB liked. I liked it. I did my yesterday. I did my Terror Tuesday on this. That's Megan. This was really good for a PG-13 film. This is very good. To Brad's point, I think he mentioned that you don't need to watch like the unrated version. Only thing they do is add blood to stuff, and that's it. And you don't need it for this. So this is probably the best PG-13 film I've seen in, oh God, years. Probably the best PG-13 horror I've ever seen is probably The Ring. But I like this one a lot. Let's see what I gave it. Yeah, I gave it a 3.5. Yeah, I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars and a heart. Very good. I know there's a sequel coming where she's supposed to be kind of the good guy, and there's another AI unit and stuff like that terrorizing this family. You know, or kind of the hero for this. Excuse me, pardon me. But love the girl that plays her, and it's like some influencer and stuff that does the voice. It's a good match and stuff like that. There's good extra features on this Blu-ray. I mean, the Steelbook is nice. I don't need it. But yeah, this was a surprise for me. So I really liked it. That's Megan. It's and it is Universal, so we'll see what happens. I know Chucky made fun of it in the Chucky series, which I know a lot of people don't like, but you know, it's really good. So I like it a lot. That's Megan. I would like that. I don't know who has the rights to that. What is that? Warner Brothers, since it's HBO and Max and they have it. I don't even know if that's on Max-wise. I've heard about Nightmare Cinema there, Russell. Yeah, Mickey Rourke and stuff like that. That's been mentioned in the past. I definitely need to check it out. I definitely need to check it out. We'll see how that works out. All right, let's see what's up on the list here. All right. From this set right here. This is my favorite Forgotten Jolly set. I think you can still get this on Vinegar Syndrome. I know they're doing a partner label sale, but one of those releases, they do a great job with their box sets, ladies and gentlemen. They just do. They just do. One thing they do is kill it with these. If you're into Giallo, I would recommend it, specifically this one. And this has great Giallo films in here. The Killer is Still Among Us is very good. It's very good. It's top tier Giallo to me. It's based off a true story. But we're talking about this sleazy Giallo right here, Arabella Black Angel. This isn't meant for everybody. Specifically for you beautiful ladies out there, I would not recommend this. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 stars and a heart. So she's a voyeur, basically. Her husband is a writer, and he is in a wheelchair because when they were doing the do or something like that in the car, he got in a car accident, so he got kind of crippled. Their mother, or his mother, is taking care of him. I believe they all live in kind of like this mansion type house. Let's see. There's a good cast of characters in here. One of the woman that plays the mom is very good, famous kind of like a Giallo actress. She's done other things. But there's kind of like softcore porn type stuff in here, or it gets to the extreme. So she's a voyeur. She gets caught by this reporter. These murders start happening, and I know Dirk didn't like it, and I respect his opinions on all that stuff. I love this shit. I really do. It's a good sex thriller, really, but it is a Giallo. It has Giallo elements. But I love it a lot. I love sleazy Giallo. I just do. I'm a red-blooded, skinny nerd of a man here. Slasher Dude approves of this. That's Arabella Black Angel, which is based off of is the name of a book that her husband is making. But yeah, there's softcore porn scenes in here. I think it's sexy as hell, personally. But I think it might still be available after the partner label sale. Check it out if it's still on there. This is my favorite box set of Forgotten Jolly that Vinegar Syndrome has released. It's very good. This is volume 4. It's a badass set. This is great. So, I mean, but yeah, highly, highly, highly recommend it. Yeah, man. I mean, love you, man. You're fam. But yeah, maybe watch this with your man and stuff like that too, but no children allowed. You know, you may like it and stuff like that. I dig the ending. It's very sleazy 80s. I love the music. The music kicks ass for it, in my opinion. I'm a Gen Xer and stuff like that too. I was born in 79, but I mean, this aesthetic for this stuff is great. And this was the last vestiges of true Giallos, in my opinion. So they kind of switched it to different things. So, but yeah, I would recommend it. So I know Darren likes it a lot too. Yeah. Okay, we're getting to stuff. Next up is excuse me. It's okay. It's a thriller, so you'll like it. Yes, we do, Jamie. Yes, we do. Me and Darren did this our last slasher stream. That's Death Screams. Porn star in it. Couple of them. Not going to say Southern slasher because it's done in North Carolina. So it stars Playboy Playmate adult star Susan Kiger, who, for what I understand, was the first Playboy Playmate to actually be in a porn film, to ever be in their magazine, if I'm right. This is a fun one. It's not the best one in the world. I remember during the stream, me and Darren talked about it, and we kind of mentioned you know, what tier would you kind of put this in at the start? I mean, what ranking I basically gave it. So I gave it a 2 stars out of 5 and a heart because I like these films during this time. This was done, what, 81? It was during that time when this was a boom. This was huge boom for slashers. You know, we got The Burning, we got Madman, we got Friday the 13th Part 2. We got these slashers that is so good. And I mean, this is a fun one. Starts out with a couple making love on this motorcycle. And then it gets kind of, I mean, the last 20 minutes, I guess you could say, I think me and Darren discussed it, are fun. It's definitely fun. I would recommend it, though. This was a good release by Arrow Video. Of course it is. And this is original kind of poster art for that and stuff like that. I would recommend that Screams if you can find it. Tons of special features. Love the way they marketed this. You get like radio spots. It's so good. You get a television spot by the producer that's really, really good. It's so good. So, I mean, it's like so good. So I like it a lot. Definitely like it. So. Talking about, yeah, I know what they're all talking about. So, yeah, man, it's not, like I say, not meant for everybody. That is Lucio Fulci. He's my favorite all-time Italian director. I love everything he's done. I mean, really, there's been no film I've been disappointed with him because I know him. You can tell it's his film. Even a fantasy film called Conquest, I mean, is good to me. They did. I have to revisit the film. I know what he's talking about with the toasting, definitely. I have not, but I've heard of it. Like I say, there's a lot of stuff I have to watch that I've gotten physical and more shit that I've gotten physical. It's not nice to call it shit because it's really not. Yeah, definitely a lot of stuff I have to check out and stuff like that too. Looks like Russell likes it. And what's up, Jeffrey, my fellow geeky cohort? Thank you very much for dropping in, saying hi. Check out his channel, ladies and gentlemen. He got past a certain subscriber count, doing great stuff on these other streams. Definitely check out his stuff. Great stuff. Norn Rad, 89. Very cool channel as well. Check his channel out. He does great stuff, does great reviews. He's doing reviews of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise and newer films and stuff like that. And he's a wrestling fan like me. I still am. I still am a wrestling fan. It's just a lot of the newer stuff just doesn't impress me a lot. Definitely check out his channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for dropping in, my brother. I really appreciate that. New York Ripper Rocks is a rough watch, but definitely memorable. Yes, it is. The ending is very, very disturbing to me. So, yeah, definitely, and stuff like that too. Oh yeah, all good and stuff like that too. So, yeah. Oh yeah, it's going good. The Slasher Dude is working hard, man. 6 days this week, and yeah, but it's going good. So everything's working out. Cheers, everybody. By the way, I will be putting up a poll for the next Terror Tuesday. Brad, I'm going to put a title up there. It's probably going to get the most votes. Just a heads up, he probably knows what I'm talking about. That's all I'm going to kind of say on that. So, I mean, just saying. So, yes, and stuff like that. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Next up, Madhouse. Wow. This really impressed me here. I make sure I get my information right with this film. It impressed me more than I gave it a 3 stars out of 5 and a heart. This could go up for me. So yeah, a woman is pursued by her murderous psychopathic twin sister in the days leading up to their birthday. So this is heavy like Halloween. This is done in Atlanta. It's done in Georgia. In an actual funeral home that they turned into an apartment. So it stars Trish Everly, Allison Biggers, and Michael McRae as her priest uncle. So it starts out, you hear this dude sing like "Rockabye Baby." I mean, what can you say about this film? This is a video nasty. Basically, her sister warns her that I'm going to make you suffer and stuff like that because they're twins and their birthday is coming up. So she gets out and brings her nice Rottweiler with her. This was done before Cujo. There's some disturbing stuff in here. It's very, very good. Slasher Dude recommends this one a lot. I didn't think I'd like this film as a lot as I did. It's directed by, let's see, Ovidio Sonatis. Yeah, like The Visitor and Piranha 2, The Spawning. If you haven't seen Madhouse, I'd check it out. You'd probably all like this one. It's kind of like a Giallo a little bit. It definitely has those, like I say, these Italian directors are different type of cats, and they just do stuff so well. The cinematography is done so well. So it's very good. Video nasty. Stuff that's been banned in the UK, Darren's neck of the woods. Stuff that's been banned for like years, that's been edited and stuff like that because these film reviewers and stuff like that are hypocrites decided this ain't meant for people to watch and stuff like that too. So they banned them in that area of the world. I forget how many. Darren knows if he's still in the chat. He knows there's a lot. There's a list of video nasties. That's what intrigues me for films like this. They'll take scenes out of films or they'll pick certain scenes that are like, this isn't meant for like people to watch. So, I mean, I'm sure a category 3 film, The Untold Story, is a video nasty, which I wouldn't recommend anybody would watch. The Burning is a video nasty. Pieces is a video nasty. But there's a lot. I got introduced to this with Tony from the UK, Masters of the 80s and Wiccan Film Club. Check out his channel. He's doing great stuff over there. He recently did he did another stream with somebody with top films of like the 80s or something like that too. Check out his stuff. He does great stuff. And one stream he did, he mentioned this film, Madhouse, and the great Arrow release. I highly recommend it. It's a good one. Yeah, just check it out. So. But yeah, basically, man, I would just look up kind of video nasty. There is I know people have YouTube videos on it and stuff like that too, and it'll explain. I know there's a DVD out of the video nasties, like because there's a long list of them, and yeah, kind of check it out if they pique your interest. A lot of them are like kind of weird, but like I said, it was a different time. Like I say, here they'll show them. In America, they'll show them. In these other countries, they wouldn't do that. They're, censoring and stuff like that too. I forget her name, this reviewer that used to do that. Just be like, no, this ain't meant for people to watch, what have you. So, let's see here. Let's go to that. Okay. And then next up here is Near Dark. Finally, saw this on Tubi. Like I say, finally. Is this top tier vampire film? Yes, it is. Directed by Catherine Bigelow. Midwestern farm boy reluctantly becomes a member of the undead when a girl he meets turns out to be a part of a band of southern vampires who roam the highways in stolen cars. The soundtrack is done by Tangerine Dream. That puts this film up to 100. It's like with Thief. Tangerine Dream makes films better. They just do with their scores. Legend. Tangerine Dream makes stuff better with their films. Very good vampire film. Of course, the late, great Bill Paxton is in here. Jenny Wright, Adrian Pastar, Lance Hendrickson, Jeanette Goldstein, Tim Thomerson, Joshua John Miller. Basically, like this cowboy that dude sees this very pretty lady and stuff like that. He tries to come onto her. The sun starts to come down a bit and stuff like that. Or it is down, excuse me. He gets bit. And it's done very well. I was confused with the blood transfusion at the end thing to kind of cure him or try to cure him. But when I review another, or when I say about another film that I watched, then it kind of explained it to me. This is a great film. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars and a heart. This can go up. This can really go up. It's a great film. It's highly rewatchable. I highly recommend it. I love. Yeah, it's a like a Western vampire thing. I do love the ending to that. The vampire that played the kid, he was in The Lost Boys too, wasn't he? Which is funny because those two films kind of came out at the same time. What film do I prefer? I'll always be a Lost Boys fan, and of course, Fright Night. But my God, it's a great film. It also has there's a cop that's in here, or a detective that he meets in a bus station. That's the same cop that was in Halloween Part 5. So definitely, we've all seen it. So maybe the new Anchor Bay will release it. I forget who has the rights to it. There is a Blu-ray. No, the Blu-ray's out of print, I think. But it's a great film. And yeah, me too. I love Tangerine Dream. I have the soundtrack to Legend there, Russell. I mean, it's a great, For Legend Is Your Love Strong Enough. I mean, it's a great soundtrack in general. Definitely recommend that. Okay. Next up here. I got this one off of Hamilton Books, and this was a release from. There's better releases of it, but this was released by All the Films. It's just a bare bone release, but a Black Veil for Lisa. My goodness. John Mills and let's see. John Mills, Luciana Paluzzi, Robert Hoffman. Great thriller, really, from the very late, great Massimo Dallamano, or you say it in Italian if I can try. Massimo Dallamano. Wow. So, John Mills, Sir Mr. Mills, plays this detective. There's this killer going around killing these people that are kind of like witnesses to something. He's trying to figure that out, all while he thinks his wife here is cheating on him. So the paranoia is high in here, and then this killer right here is right in the middle. He's the one that's taking out these people. He wants to get out of. They say there's one last thing you're going to do. The detective catches him, then he asks him to do something. This is a femme fatale. My God, Massimo Dallamano, what a run in films. This rivals Argento. In a run of films. You don't get runs like this anymore. You just don't. Maybe Ridley Scott, maybe Steven Spielberg, but excuse me. But I highly recommend A Black Veil for Lisa. White Veils for Angels, A Black Veil for Lisa. But this is a femme fatale type of a thing. I love the ending for this. It's done very well. All the acting is great in here. What did I give it? Yeah, 3.5 out of 5 stars and a heart. Definitely, this can go up. I've just gotten into films like this. This film is ahead of its time, so it's done very, very well. But I highly recommend this, Black Veil for Lisa. Like I say, this is a bare bones release from a now defunct All of Films, but you can maybe still find this on Hamilton Book. I got this for less than $10. It's still available. Pick it up. I highly recommend it if you like kind of films like this during this time. Again, the film's ahead of its time. It's very good. It's it's close to being a giallo. It's more policio testy, but that's what the director is known for. So yeah, that's a black veil for Lisa. Yeah, the confrontation, or when he's breaking into the safe, that's top tier in filmmaking for Michael Mann, in my opinion. It's done very, very well. And there we go. Thank you, Darren, for basically, basically back in the UK in the early 80s, there was a selection of films that were banned. It was considered an offense to even own them. Yeah. It's like, because we're all civilized, right? So we're all like civilized people that kind of do this stuff. Okay, we're getting close to the end here, people. So next up is a film from this set, Years of Lead. So crime thrillers from 1973 to 77. I'm happy Arrow released this. This might have been my box set of the year. So this was the first Policio Testi, as it's called. One word, Policio Testi. A Policio Testi done by Massimo Dellamano. That's Colt 38 Special Forces. This is my favorite Policio Testi, and I've only seen two. The other one being Mafia Junction. This is extremely good. Wow, some of the best chase scenes I've ever seen on film, ever. We're talking about stuff like Bullet, like The French Connection, like there's some other films too, like The Rock, for Pete's sake. This is very good. So basically, this detective is hot on the trail, basically, of this this terrorist organization, really. The great Ivan Rasimov is in here. The dude looks like Clint Eastwood a little bit with those sideburns. There's something about that. He plays, let's see, known as the I can't say, it's like the Black Angel or something like that. And he's basically like an assassin and all this stuff too, part of this organization. They kind of corner him, and dude, a police officer dies just like at the start. This film starts out really fast and it does not let up at all. That's what I love about it. So his I think it's his brother that dies. So he finds where the detective lives and stuff like that, and he kills his wife. There's a great scene with these kids playing around in this apartment type complex, it looks like. The wife opens the door, boom, just like that. I was hooked as soon as that happened. This is done very well. Highly suggest people get this set. 4 out of 5. A heart. This can go up to a 9.5 out of 10. Really, I am deadly serious. Get this set if you don't have. I'm so happy I got into Policio Testi. I'm sorry, I'm just like gushing over this release. This was a great release. This was a great release. There's a lot of good ones in here. I need to check out the other ones. This one has a Highway Racer. It's part of a double set on here. Savage 3, like Rabid Dogs, and No, the Case is Happily Closed. So it's like a bare bones type of, cheapo cardboard type of set. I do like it. It's very pretty. Years of Lead reminds me a lot of Death Wish. I like gritty films like this. I love this shit. Definitely, highly recommend you pick up this set. Next sale, pick it up. I got this for like $40, I think it is. Highly worth it. Highly worth it. I can't just like explain this more. Highly worth it. Definitely check it out. Yeah, it's. I think they let him do it. Brad knows a lot about that. He loves that film just like I do. So it's basically like that. Just the whole scene where the music's kind of playing and you see the like sparks and everything just coming from the safe, him getting it out. Then you see him just sit there like he's relieved, like, whoo, we finally got it done. So it's a very, very good. Live Style Rewind, thank you very much for joining. I highly appreciate that. How you doing this evening there, beautiful? I hope everything's going good with you all. Everyone's saying hi to Liv here. All right, here. And last thing I watched, yeah, sorry folks, didn't watch like a lot last month, but finally watched this. The Horror of Dracula, a.k.a. Dracula, from 1966, starring the great Christopher Lee, Sir Christopher Lee, and the great Sir Peter Cushing. Is Christopher Lee my favorite Dracula? Yes, he is. The Horror of Frankenstein, I think, or whatever, the Curse of Frankenstein came before this. This is great. 4 out of 5 stars in a heart. You can't beat this. I love it. Basically, Christopher Lee has famously said they've been no accurate films, like really, really accurate, like as close to the book, other than probably just Franco's Dracula, but it's so good. So basically, it's Jonathan Harker goes to Dracula's castle. Christopher Lee comes out, introduces himself. Then you realize that Mr. Harker is working with Peter Cushing's character, Van Helsing. No one else could play this person than the very late, great Peter Cushing. May he rest in peace. Great actor. Terrific actor. He could play the hero. He could play Sherlock Holmes, but he could play sadistic bastard. He is great as Van Helsing, but Harker's working for Helsing. A woman introduces herself. They don't give her a name. They never do, saying, I'm trapped here. And it just kind of goes on from there. And then he mysteriously, I'll just say this if you haven't seen it, disappears. And then Van Helsing goes to this town where the castle's at and asks what happened to him. They don't know. They're not going to tell him anything until a woman working there who they don't want talking to him basically says, yeah, he's probably here at this pod. Find out a lot of this stuff happens. He gets revenge. Dracula's character, Mr. Lee here, gets revenge on the family. It's done very well. Love all the actors and actresses. Lucy gets sick and all this other stuff too. You're wondering what's going on. It's done very well. This film is way ahead of its time. It's not 66 either. It's earlier than that. 57. I do apologize. But yeah, this was the birth really of Hammer horror. I know a lot of people aren't fans of Hammer horror. All you youngins out there, I highly recommend this. There's a certain sexiness to his character. This is uncut, by the way. So definitely check it out. The opening is great. The ending is great. But what else can you say? That's the Horror of Dracula. Definitely. My first Hammer film. My second Hammer film. So my next Come to Hell Down on Friday, you'll see the other Hammer films that I picked up. So Hammer Horror was a UK company in the 50s, or mid to late 50s, and through the 60s and 70s. So they re-ushered in a different type of horror, a little bit more extreme from the Universal monsters like Dracula, like Wolfman, like Phantom of the Opera, like The Invisible Man, stuff like that too. Legendary actors in Hammer. Oliver Reed, Curse of the Werewolf. I have a few Hammer collections over there. I have the Hammer collection that was released under Sony Studios at the time. And then you have the Universal Hammer horror sets. So it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. So you have to kind of, it's grittier. It's different type of horror. Like you say, you had the great black and white Universal horror back in the day, like with Dracula and stuff like that, with Boris, and the Frankensteins with Boris Karloff and stuff like that. And Christopher Lee's first part was as Frankenstein. And I'm 6'4". He was 6'4". Great actor. He's highly missed. No one else could play the part like him, but I highly recommend you check it out. Gizmo, what's going on, my friend? Just going on what I watched in the month of May and stuff like that too. So yes, it is. It is morning in Viking country. That's for sure. As like they say, Viking. So yeah, that's what I watched, and that's what I watched in May, ladies and gentlemen. So what like watch through streaming, and then these guys right here, and then of course Colt 38 Special Squad from this set right here, and then Arabella from this set right here. So yeah, so kind of cool stuff to watch. Now we're just going to go really quick onto Kino Lorber's here because they're having a sale on Barnes & Noble. So I'm already in the site here. And we'll just go through some stuff really quick and just see what's available here. So let's find out. First off, let's get rid of this here. Share screen, and there we go. Perfect. All right. So let's see kind of what's available here. Let's go through the best sellers. I'll just go through the best sellers real quick and see what's available. So Bad Lieutenant 4K with Harvey Keitel, great actor. I've never seen this one. So this is $20 here. Though they're just going through their favorites, so I'm just going through this here too. Police Lieutenant Harvey Keitel's life could get any more sordid. He could probably sell tickets. The least of his vices is gambling, which has gotten him indulged in the mob. Okay. So it looks to be like a crime thriller type of a thing here. Bad Lieutenant. I think I've heard of the film, so got Crybaby Special Edition for $15. That's pretty good. Blown Away. The Blu-ray down to, damn, that's a good price for that. So, yeah, Jeff Bridges, Tommy Lee Jones. I've not seen Blown Away in years. So, it's been a minute, definitely. Let's see. Ray Liotta, Lauren Holly, Turbulence. I've heard about this like a disaster thing here. If you have the money, ladies and gentlemen, you want to go cheap, this would be worth doing it and stuff like that too. Pretty good for Blu-rays, what have you. So, nothing wrong with Blu-rays either. Gary Cooper and Grace Kelly, High Noon, Old School Western, down to $12.50. Damn, that's pretty dang good for these titles. Tropic Thunder, $15. Live and Die in L.A. I have that one. I still need to watch it. I've never seen that before. Fistful of Dollars, another film that Massimo Dellamano was part of. That's he's a cinematographer, I believe, if I'm right. So a few dollars more. He was in that one too. So if you like westerns, it is Clint Eastwood. Definitely pick this up. I believe Pops already has these from Pop's Movie Dungeon. Eternal Sunshine, Narrow Margin. I've heard of that film. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, of course. Is that what that is? Yeah. So Leviathan, yes, I have the 4K. That's pretty good for $20. I paid a little bit more for that, but that's okay. I love Leviathan. It's a good one. It's a double feature with Deep Star 6, so highly recommend that. Face Off, it's okay. It's John Woo. I like Broken Arrow a little bit more. I would like for Kino to release Broken Arrow. I saw that that was the first film at the time I saw in the theater with my mom. We used to go to a few of those. So, yeah, that was the first. I love Broken Arrow. So, Nostalgia, I've never heard of that one. Fletch. Damn, it's been forever since I've seen this one. Chevy Chase, interesting actor. I don't know. It's kind of, but I haven't seen this one in a long time. These are good prices here. This is really good prices here. So, Ronin, it's been a minute. Great car scene, chase scenes in here. Eastern Promises from David Cronenberg. Definitely need to check that one out. I have not watched it yet. I do have a Blu-ray. It's a different one I got off Hamilton Books and stuff like that. It's like the studio release. I'm just going to go through like 3 pages, everybody, and then we'll get out of here. Unless you kind of like what I'm doing here. Okay. Misery. That's a good price for that. I love Stephen King films. Definitely need to pick that up. The Manchurian Candidate. That's the remake with Denzel Washington. It's been a minute since I've seen the film. It's interesting. I'll give it that. Liv Schreiber. Liv Schreiber is a good actor too. So, Silence of the Lambs. I have the Criterion for that, but that's a great price for the 4K. $20. Get it with the slip. That's even better. 12 Angry Men. I don't think this comes with the TV one that was done. I think the Criterion one does, but I'm not sure. Night of the Hunter. I still need to watch this one. I got this 4K a while back. One of the sales, I think, came with the slip. Yeah, Robert Mitchum, Shelley Winters. I have not watched it yet, but damn, $20 for the 4K? Yeah, pick it up, dude. Black and white films look great in 4K. They just do. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I have the 4K for that. Still need to watch that one. Gunfight at the Arcade Corral with John Sturgis. The Apartment. Billy Wilder. That's the old school original film. I have The Usual Suspects. That's one I have not watched yet or seen, so I need to check that out. Fear and Desire. Stanley Kubrick. If you like Stanley Kubrick, 1250. It's pretty good. Spaceballs. Man. Mystery Men. The Great Escape is a good one. I love The Great Escape. I've seen that one. It's very good. Changing Lanes. Sorry like that. If you hear some humming or something like that, that's my air conditioning unit in my room here, my bedroom there. So Kindergarten Cop. That's a fun one. That's a good pickup there in 4K. I like Kindergarten Cop. It's been a minute since I've seen it. So Out of Sight. The original Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. Kirk Douglas, Paths of Glory, another one from Stanley Kubrick. That's a good price for that, $20. Old School Sci-Fi Chillers Collection. So, 24, 25. But it's a collection, though, so... And they don't have... I guess they're from, like, the 50s or something like that. It looks like maybe later, so... Perfect Weapon with Jess Speakman, John Dyke, and James Hong. I've heard of this one. Featuring plenty of high hard kicks and fierce attacks, martial arts, stakes, and acting. American street fighters on the streets of LA's Chinatown. Responsible for his guardian's death. Okay. I may be thinking of another one, but he does look familiar. I just forget the name of it, so... Okay, we'll just check out one more page here. Dress to Kill, $20, 4K. Yeah, go ahead. I have the Criterion release of Dress to Kill. I love it a lot. One of these days, me and Darren will talk about it. But yeah, it's a great one from Brian De Palma. It's probably his most giallo type film he's ever done. But it's very good. I highly recommend it. Monster Squad, yeah. For the Blu-ray, God, $12.50. Yeah, why not? Just pick it up if you don't have it. Great film. It's been a long time. I like the actor who played Dracula in this. Done very well. Paint Your Wagon, never heard of it. Escape from Alcatraz, that's a yes. Clint Eastwood is great in this film. This is one of my favorite films from him, with him in it. I really like Escape from Alcatraz. He just plays that part perfectly. Hard Target, it's a fun one. John Woo as well. It's later Van Damme and stuff like that, but 90s, but it's still fun. It's still a fun one to watch. So Death Machine, never heard of that one. So we got some other ones here. The Killer with young Jack Nicholson, great film. First major role. Okay. Yeah, Kindergarten Cop is actually a good one. It's probably one of Schwarzenegger's best comedies like he's ever done. It's done very well. I like it a lot. Dallas 40, Saigon. Red Dragon, I have this release too. That's a damn good price for that. I may have paid a little bit more for that, but I don't think I did. So I may have gotten around this price at the time. Damn. I hope I'm helping you out. Check if you have the funds or whatever like that, or have a little bit extra cash to spend. You know, that's why I'm doing this for you all, because I mean, Kino Lorber is a great company. These are great releases for great prices. Red Dragon is a banger. Basically, it's it's Mindhunter, but it's the first book done in the saga and stuff like that. Of course, Sir Anthony Hopkins is in it, so highly recommend that. And Edward Norton does a good part in here and stuff like that, too. This is a good one. I like this one a lot. Secret Beyond the Door. From Fritz Lang. So Fritz Lang is legendary. So before Alfred Hitchcock, there was Fritz Lang. So if you like these early films, horror-wise or like thriller-wise, if you want to dive a little bit deeper and farther back, then yeah, probably that's a good price for that Blu-ray. I don't know why the DVD is more. It's like, okay. Hardcore. I've seen the trailer for this. Yeah, 50%. Oh, God. $12.50. Yeah, with George C. Scott. This may be the only time you can get this with a slip. It looks like it has it. So, Target on Blu-ray, where I guess since Matt Dillon is in this one or whatever like that too. You don't see him a lot, but they decided to put him in this picture. They like to do that. So, do one more page here. This came back, Revenge of the Ninja. I know a lot of people like this one too, so I need to recheck out the Ninja films. It's been forever since I've seen them. I know the Ninja films are spread out. I remember Ninja the Domination, but I've not seen them since I was a kid. You know, they used to show these on TV, on cable. I know that no longer exists, but you know, it's like maybe worth picking those out. Death Wish 4K, 50% off, $20. Yes, yes, and yes. Death Wish is a banger. It's an all-timer. Of course it is. It ushered in a different type of age. I don't think we saw films like this at the time. It's done very well. Charles Bronson. You can't go wrong with that. That's Death Wish. And a very young Jeff Goldblum. Hannibal, yes. The great Ridley Scott directed this one, of course, like that. Sir Anthony Hopkins and Gary Oldman is in here. All-star cast in here, really, for the most part. And Ray Liotta, who gets his brains eaten from his head and stuff like that, too, while he's alive. So definitely recommend that. Cujo, what can I say? I have the 4K, absolutely. Marathon Man. Available online, $20. I've never seen this film before. That would be worth picking up for $20, definitely. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. I've heard about this film. It's been around for a while, but never seen it. The Score I've seen, it's a pretty good one. If you can get 4Ks for $20, just do it. Thunderbolt Lightfoot, of course. If you like the film noir sets, this is one of them. 25, that's good. There's another one, The Killing. I know Criterion has a release. This might be the better one since it's a 4K one. Other film noirs, and then a documentary of Chris Farley. I Am Chris Farley. So they aired these aired these ones in the last kind of vestiges of Spike TV. So there we go. I'll kind of yeah, definitely agree. Hey, all good there, Mello. Thanks for joining. Check out Mello Mutant stuff. Very cool dude. Thank you for showing up, my friend. I really appreciate it. Yeah, hello to yourself. Good evening. Kano sales definitely nuts. Maybe not the best time for me though. Me too. It's not. Just kind of like quick suggestions there. Just going through there. Like I said, if anybody has $12.50, that's dirt cheap for some of their stuff. Kino Lorber is a good label, but yeah. I mean, the only thing that was there that I would probably get would be, if I had the money for that, really, is the Clint Eastwood Westerns there. Like for a few dollars more and then a fistful of dollars, just because Massimo Dallamano was part of those. You know, I like the Eastwood Westerns more than John Wayne Westerns. I didn't get much into John Wayne. I mean, my favorite John Wayne film is Red River. I think that's Criterion. I mean, he is awesome in that. But yeah, Clint Eastwood, you know, like I said, I was born in 79, but he was that person. Like I say, my all-time Western from him is High Plains Drifter. That's top tier, but you know. So, you know, it's all good. Watching the Gary Oldman film, Sid and Nancy Blu-ray. Very nice, Russell. Day soon, send your kids or wives, girlfriends a hint about this sale. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, happy early Father's Day to everybody. Very cool. happy early Father's Day to my stepfather Bruce, who's a vet, and all those other dads, awesome dads out there, just keeping it real and all this other stuff too. And yeah, thanks for everybody for hanging out with me tonight. Yeah, I went on for a good hour and 4 minutes and stuff like that too. So future content, expect something geeky in the collection sometime next week. I need to talk to Jeff and Guy to figure out a time. They spread out my days off next week and stuff like that, but I will talk to them about that. And then possible slasher stream next week as well. I'll talk to Darren about that, and we'll get that going. With the slasher stream, we'll be reviewing 2 more slashers, Alone in the Dark and Eyes of a Stranger. So those are very good, kind of like good slashers for that time. And then the something geeky, of course, like that. We've talked about it, reviewing a certain anime, but we'll talk about that, and we'll get something figured out and have fun, of course, with the geeky and stuff like that too. In the future too, All the Colors of the Slasher Dude, episode 0. Those will be in 2 parts. My top 10 favorite giallo of all time. So that's going to be a fun one. It's going to be hard, but it's for my love of this genre that I love so much. And expect Terror Tuesdays. Expect expect my Calm to Hell Down around this time on Friday. And happy 2024 graduation to all those youngins out there, our future pioneers. I love you, everybody. Yeah, future pioneers. Just everybody do your thing, and you all have a great evening. And I thank you all very, very much for joining me this great evening. I am Chris C., the Slasher Champ. The Slasher Champ is here. I will see you all next time. You all have a great evening, and I will see you all next time. Take care, everybody. Love you. Mwah.
Galen Village. Tranquil. Quiet. A nice place to live. But something has gone wrong.
Look at the bruises on the kid's neck. One hell of a large hand. His spine was crushed like a piece of balsa wood.
When the sun goes down, something stalks the streets of Galen Village.
Joe wants to call the Attorney General. Have him send in some help. What do you think I should do?
Take whatever help you can get.
30 years ago in Galen, the same types of murders occurred.
I think my past has something to do with these murders.
No, Jim, listen.
Something silent. Something lethal. Something or someone is killing the people of Galen.
I think I'm going crazy.
Every time he has this dream, somebody dies.
You're talking about actual materialization. What kind of a quack are you? The boy's in the clear.
He's not in the clear. Every time this kid has a dream, somebody in this town dies.
It is real. It is alive. It is among us. The incubus.
Before your funeral and your coffin lid is closed, before you are buried and your flesh turns cold, before you are covered with the last shovelful of dirt, be sure you are really dead. Mortuary.